All right. Time out. It's Kelsito, the spirit coach, getting your ass in shape and form for the age of Aquarius. I had to bring the situation on to YouTube because, for some reason we weren't rocking with Instagram. And I just got my phone fixed, y'all. So I know y'all saw me pull out that little pink ass phone, but we back in action. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm back in action on my phone. I don't got to be with the little pink ranger and shit like that. This pink ranger and shit like that. I'm saying we back in action. We back in action and that what's going on, Who Eli? You know what I'm saying? Who Eli? You know. Shout out to Who Eli. He be making cold ass motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Little reels and shit like that. Be having you know what I'm saying, the special characters and all the dope, you know what I'm saying, breakdowns and shit like that. But yeah, we are getting into the aspect of a new birth of character, a new persona, a new space. God damn it! So if your ass ain't trying to be new in some way, shape, or form, you know what I'm saying, you kind of capping. Okay, so you got to be, you know what I'm saying, we got to be new in this new perspective. Let me get this lighting good and shit like that. Yeah. All right. So we got to be good in this new perspective, okay? This new perspective emotionally. It's a new emotional perspective because we got shout out to David. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I had to get off Instagram and shit because it was capping on me and shit like that. So I had to motherfucking, you know what I'm saying, so roll y'all one and shit like that. We're gonna talk about the new moon, talk about space we in, talk about the alignments and shit like that. Know your stars, you know what I'm saying? Real shit. Get lifted, get our spirits lifted a little bit. Hear the good news. The good news. You know what I'm saying? Straight from the motherfucking top of Mount Olympus. You feel me? I'm saying. All right. So guys, you know what I'm saying? Check this out. This is what this hidden for. The moon is new, and it's new in the aspect of cardinal fire. You know what I'm saying? Now Aries is anytime we're dealing with, spring and, giving a birth to the virtues and principle of passion, desire, willpower, motivation on the masculine end and purpose, you know what I'm saying? So, that would be like, us having a vision and then us externalizing that vision using our flesh, you know what I'm saying? Our will power, So the thing is, the moon is new in that aspect. So we're kind of connecting to that space in a new way, far as us giving, a new emotional, starting to get a new emotional grips on, who we are as individuals and what we're trying to give birth to as a intention or a goal. So, it's good to always have intentions on your mind. It's good to always have goals that you want to accomplish and things so that and it's good to have a will and things and have a fight within you, because if you don't necessarily fight, if something ain't worth fighting for, then it ain't worth it at all. So you know what I'm saying? That's how we got to look at shit during these times in these days. So, with the new moon going into Aries, it's going to provide you a new space where you can be open to start to receive some of this new information that's coming in with the Aries season. Shout out to Aries season, the birth season. Shout out to Mac Dang and what you intend to do. And what you intend to do is fucking, you know what I'm saying, magical, you know what I'm saying? And it's your purpose and it's your passion. Now, if you tap into your passion and the essence of your passion, you should know how that make you feel. You should know how that want, you know what I'm saying? You should know how you want that to play out for you in your life in some way, shape, or form, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you're into a little bit of astrology and you have your houses. Understood? Okay, but we dealing with the aspect of the fire element. So what I'm saying, we need to be a little bit more free in the nature of expressing ourselves, and especially when it comes to something that we're trying to initiate and get upon. So we might have to show a little, what I'm saying, bull. What I'm saying, we might have to show a little motherfucking, Mars energy and things. So either you use the will and use that will in the way that you want to use it, or what I'm saying, it's going to be used anyway, but you got to find a way to use it. All right. So if you are understanding of astrology, you understand that Mars is taken apart um, within Gemini at the moment. So a lot of our passions have been through communicating and just communicating to get to the motherfucking, to who can just communicate the best type shit. It's been like a chatty patty war. You know what I'm saying? It's been like who can communicate the best. You know what I'm saying? So, or who got the best logic and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That's what the war been about. Who got the best logic? So Mars, what I'm saying, right now is in Gemini. You know what I'm saying? So Mars at home on the phone right now with his daddy, what I'm saying, that's the sun, the mama, the moon, what I'm saying, with grandma, Neptune, and Mercury, the little brother. They all went to Disneyland. See, they all in Pisces and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So all the planets in Pisces. So Mars last at the crib, what I'm saying, his environment, trying to learn how to see this, what I'm saying, this what his environment a little bit more optimistically and shit like that. Like he, what I'm saying, he on the phone like, man, what y'all doing over there? He trying to include them feelings in his environment and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So he can like learn how to be a little bit more imaginative with, what I'm saying, with the things that he want to communicate and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Or the things that he want to be into, or just having the right aspect of leadership within, what I'm saying, having a thought, an idea of how to actually make a dream come true. You know what I'm saying? So that's what Mars is learning right now. So we all passionately invested into, getting the right information. But, what I'm saying, right now we're learning, trying to how to make our dreams come true, or even trying to play out the vessel to kind of communicate that that's what we're trying to do in some way, shape, or form, even if it don't make sense all the way. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a square. So we got to learn. It's a little bit mixed feelings here. So, you know what I'm saying? With as we continue down this road in this journey, shout out to four. It's the number 4 day and shit like that. Numerology. So that's four. So that's dealing with, community and having an idea and being idealistic. Okay. But moving on, so yeah, so with this new moon, busting it wide open, what I'm saying, it's fresh. So you might have been seeing a lot of previews in Hollywood about scary movies or bloody movies or action movies. You know what I'm saying? They do a lot of those rituals and spells. You know what I'm saying? They do a lot of porn rituals and spells. You know what I'm saying? A lot of shit that, what I'm saying, get y'all really, turn. But you can have your own bloody ritual at your own sermon. And how you do that is just know the aspect of what they talking about. We're all giving birth to something. So that's like you looking outside and seeing the trees and stuff about to bust it open for the summer, for the springtime. And shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So that represents womb, us coming out that womb. And Aries is the first house. So they're the first, you know what I'm saying? So they represent that time from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. and shit like that, So we all do rituals and spells, but the better you know how to do this ritual and spell for yourself, for your own aspect, you know how to ride the currents. Because you may be an earth sign and you may not be as expressive. You may be dry. So you don't really necessarily see things from that plateau. You know what I'm saying? You see things as being about security, as being about stable. You're not really quick to cuss a motherfucker out, but you're really quick to be strategic and take their blanket or some shit like that when they sleep or something. But you know what I'm saying? And be like, I bought this and shit like that. Which is kind of some earth shit. I mean, some Mars shit too, but you may just need to cuss a motherfucker out. You know what I'm saying? If you're an earth sign, you may just need to express yourself a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Shake up your own grounds a little bit so you can stop being taken advantage of. If you're an air sign, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna have to get seen and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to get seen. You got all these ideas and shit like that. When it's time to act on them, when it's time to be them, shit like that. When it's time to play that character out. If you got air, you know what I'm saying? If you got air, when is it time to play this character out? If you're dealing with fire, you know, is now is the time to play it out. You know what I'm saying? Anytime you deal with fire, and if you got water, you know what I'm saying? If you got water, a lot of water in your chart, or you know what I'm saying, you a Cancer or some shit like that, is yeah, water. You know what I'm saying? You go motherfucking learn how to be a little bit more less emotional and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? When you gonna come out the water, you know what I'm saying? When you gonna find time to really move and shake and be free and shit like that, and stop bringing unnecessary floods to the motherfucking surface and shit like that. And when you gonna stop doing that? You know what I'm saying? When you gonna stop doing that? While we still in the past and it's the future right now, we dealing with the element of fire. Why is we still in the past and it's the future right now? Bitch is the first house. We supposed to be gone. I'm saying real shit. We supposed to be gone. You know, so it's like, come on, come on, come on, show. Come on. Get a spark under your ass, okay? So, you know, that's what we dealing with, you know what I'm saying, with just us reacting to all of this fire that we got going on through the sky with, you know what I'm saying, this Aries season. And this is going to birth us experiencing, you know, our personality, you know, our passion in first person and shit like that. So welcome to the new world. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to the new world. Okay. Now, what I was saying is based upon that transition and all of us just being into spiritual shit and that accumulating, you know what I'm saying? You know, the Pisces is the end of the tail. It's the end of the story. It's your feet. You know what I'm saying? So once you do that 360 transition and things of that nature, you've done a full cycle, a full completion. So now you can start taking the areas of that which you gain back into the areas as which it started. You know what I'm saying? And so that kind of creates a cycle, a cipher, or you knowing, you know what I'm saying, or you knowing something new now in some way, shape, or form. You know what I'm saying? So we're all accumulating here. And based upon what we pay attention to, this is the end of the movie and shit like that. So we are starting a new movie fresh. And so you have to start a new movie. And every movie is made like this. God damn it. So who copying who? You know what I'm saying? I feel like the stars was here before we got the concepts of doing something from beginning to end. We wouldn't even have that concept if that wasn't something that we can know we do it for real. You know? You know, so that's just anybody that want to know how influential things are happening with the spaces within our mind and what we're relative to, you know? Because you know this type of the show, individuality is always key and shit like that, and you just being a spirit in your space and knowing, that you can have your own, you got your own characteristics and identities that you always trying to externalize, you know what I'm saying, to represent yourself. Some things that play out beyond you may feel like don't represent yourself correctly and things of that nature. And so you got to learn how to start trying to get those things to match what you want. And the best way to do that, if you know that you're in a season full of water, but you go to water with a firefight and shit like that, and while that's in the sky, the people, places, and things that's participating in that grand event beyond yourself is not going to necessarily receive that well. So you got to know what you're doing when you coming in these waters and you coming in a name and shit like that, because you ain't powerful than the spirit you in, essentially being within the vessel, at least in that point, in that context. New moon, okay? New personality, new sense of personal touch, new intimacy with yourself, new, new red wine, new sweetness, you know, all the good things, sun is enter Aries as well. And I'm not just saying they all good. This is also a new, this is going to create on a negative end because we got to be aware of both, right? New selfishness, new ways to see selfishness, uh, new personal experiences and personal insecurities, new personal doubts. You know what I'm saying? That can be on the negative end. But if you learn how to practice this right, you'll be able to put yourself in a position where you're kind of taking charge of these energies on your own, and you're putting in an aspect where, you know what I'm saying, you're learning about spirituality, doing self-realization. So therefore you're not abusing these energies for your own power, but only coming here to do what spirits actually post came here to do, because y'all get caught up in what y'all came here to do, to accomplish or some shit like that. Or, you know what I'm saying? Now, all that's fine and dandy, but if you're talking about accomplishing, you're only talking about accomplishing within an aspect of something that was created as what the shadow government made for y'all to kind of create and to feel accomplished within. So assuming that, you have to assume how they practiced these things and how they built these things. And they did it with the mind. They did it with using words, symbols, signs, contextualizing, anthropomorphizing, using astrology, building concepts that you can live in, and some of their practices that they gave to themselves to help whatever they did, but also gave to you guys to practice, for whatever you guys are into, far as reaching a certain plateau or something like that. You know, so you're hearing it from Zeus. So therefore, when it gets in that context, you have to understand what they actually did, which is the language, the literature, the Masonic art, how they all manifested this with the mind. And once you get that aspect good, you know what I'm saying, there will be no other way to take you but to um, the actual truth. You know what I'm saying? But it comes in a million ways. There's no one way it comes and shit like that. It comes for everybody different. So, um, but it's something that we all know, So new moon in Aries is going to get us in a space where we're just being more comfortable with, who we are on a personal level and things, and whatever ritual, sigil, sign, symbol you would tie to that, to for that, ritual and spell to represent that new space that you're going into, that new position you're going into, whatever house you're going into, forming that energy and participate with that energy, that's going to reflect. So if you come in with energy that's based upon a passion and things of that nature, it's going to give you more of that. It's going to give you more things you're passionate about. You know what I'm saying? If you're going into that space with an energy of desire and things, you're going to feel unfulfilled with that. You're going to feel necessarily, you know what I'm saying, like you're desiring something, but you're unfulfilled. Now, the passion aspect of it will give you, this is birth and it's unfulfilled, but I'm passionate about going for it. So it's a difference, you know? So understand when we talk and things and get things on this level, you know, um, how to size, and measure things up, especially the virtues and principles of these planets and these in the mind, and what we observe from the, you know, the what we observe from outside in life and shit like that, because everything is based upon life and shit like that. Elements interacting with each other, and then what we can make out of that far as allegories to, what this element does with this one. And that's how we creating alchemy. The better we know how to balance that, we know how to relate more. And we know how to restore the things that we need to, Often, there's a misconstrue what we're actually coming here to do, as a race, as people, as being. We come here to use our mind and not get lost in it. So, but then, either way, new moon in Aries is bringing that new experience and that new passion. So know which one to pick for you. Know which one is the passion. The one is going to be the one that is new, but it's worth fighting for. It's worth putting your ducats, your gloves on, esoteric Muhammad Ali gloves on, and whatever that represent to you. Hopefully it's not negative and things of that nature. Hopefully you've done enough shadow work to understand that may not burn a whole bridge when that fight ain't going, lead to no areas, but it's for the purpose of leadership and being first to bump your head, but being able to teach and being able to be an example, that would be the positive aspect, and the negative aspect of that, will be, desiring and unfulfillment. Even if when you get those things, you're negative, or even when you have that thing, you're negative, or even when you, and you just don't know, you just undeserving, you just don't see it for yourself, or you have alternative motives. So therefore you're in the space of being not on a core, but seeing what you can get out of something, but not actually understanding like the practices of things and stuff. So you kind of lost in la la land a little bit. You ain't came out of Pisces yet, you know what I'm saying? Because you're still trying to see if you can get Disney, Can't Land, Burger King. But no, it's just some things, it's just within the actual practice of things, And one thing we got to do down here is practice our mind. Now, you can sit and make excuses all day why it don't make sense to use your damn mind. And it makes sense to go get that job, work at that school, put that, all that, get your blood, sweat, and tears, but not have any specific way for you to think about it as an individual other than you getting a paycheck. You're not using that power for good, God, and things that bring a sense of ease and peace to the fellow neighbor and others. You're not using that for that. You're using it for BS. So, you can make it make sense why that makes sense in your mind all you want, but it don't necessarily make sense. It makes sense in the demon world. That's where it makes sense. So, we got to look at what's good for the world. What's good for the overall world? Not for you. Aries have been through this shit a lot of times. They wait on y'all at this point. You know what I'm saying? And that ain't even just to big up every Aries, though. I'm talking about the higher octave Aries. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. But yeah, let's get to the alignments. Let's see what we got, man. Because motherfucker, set this off. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, let me go ahead and play some music for y'all while we setting this off. I was gone and you miss me. What you want me to kiss you at? Shout out to y'all. What's going on? What's going on? Where the hell is my crystals? Y'all can donate. Let me show you my donation link if y'all want to donate. Y'all can pay $1. Y'all can get my tape. If you already donated, want to donate again, you can do so. I just pinned that. Yeah, so that's what we got going on. Let's get into these alignments, though. You know, so we're gonna do an esoteric stretch. I know I ain't stretch with y'all in a minute. You know, meter value. All right, let's get it. Let's get it, my dude. Let's get it. Let's get out. Oh shit. God damn it, man. See the world. We on fire out here. How about that? How you like them apples? We on fire out there. How you like them apples? How you like them apples? Cito World, we on fire. CitoWorld.com. Cito shit like that. Sun. All right, so yeah, we got the sun on the moon right now. So that means the sun and the moon are conjunct. So this creates our new moon. Anytime the moon is within the same house as the sun, this creates the effect of the new moon. We are directly facing our body of water. So we have nothing to see the reflection of, you know what I'm saying? So we're interfacing. So, you know what I'm saying? This puts us in a position where we are going for our actions in a way that feels comfortable right now. And that's dealing within the aspect of Aries. So it means we're going for our actions and we're, you know, not only doing that in a way where it's, you know, fulfilled, but it seems unfulfilled. It feels new. It feels like a birth of baby ram. So, you know what I'm saying? So that's our baby ram that we're giving birth to. You know what I'm saying? Our action, how we see, how we feel right now. This is totally new. Okay. And that's Sun conjunct Moon right now. Then we got Sun conjunct Mercury. So this is thinking before acting or acting before thinking. Either one, you can put it into context, whatever way it played out in your life. You've been more so critiquing, analyzing, you know what I'm saying, discussing, or trying to communicate your vision when it comes to, you know, how you see, you know, or, you know, how you feel within the aspect of your subconscious and you wanting to communicate that, you know what I'm saying, and connect with others so they can see your goddamn vision. All right. So they can get the goddamn message. So it's Sun conjunct Mercury. So we got to talk and shit like that. We got to give our sunlight direction. We got to give our sunlight a cloud or a little rain cloud. We got to give it some cloud so it can cool it down and maybe a little bit hot. You know what I'm saying? If they ain't thought you was making sense about your vision, you making sense now because you called in the cloud. You know what I'm saying? They was able to cool their fire heads down and stuff like that. Now they starting to see, oh, okay, the vision might start making sense and shit like that. So you know what I'm saying? That's what Sun conjunct Mercury bring in that aspect. In that aspect. Okay, Sun square Mars. This is learning to see imaginations or delusions by way of communication. Okay. So, you know, when we got Sun square Mars, like I said, Mars, let me just do these squares in general. Mars is at the crib on the telephone with his daddy, with his mama, with his grandma, and you know what I'm saying, with, you know what I'm saying, his little brother, you know, and Mars is in Gemini. So, you know, Gemini is like our surroundings, our environment, what we familiar with. So he probably in his room and shit like that right now. You know what I'm saying? Mars, that's where our passion's at. But, you know what I'm saying? Where his people's at when he on the phone with them, you know, he's in, you know what I'm saying? They in Disney World and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? They in Cito World. They visited Cito World, Pisces land and shit like that, Pisces version and shit like that. So, you know, Mars is having to learn about what's going on over there. Now, this is an allegory simply for our passions, trying to learn how to involve our passions, you know, with, you know, our dreams and imaginations at the moment, because this square with Mars in motherfucking Gemini, the communication filter, and then those planets within Pisces and shit like that. So, you know what I'm saying? We're all trying to learn how to include, our passions with, and make more sense of it, Gemini, with our dreams and everything that's going on within our life and shit like that. But we don't know how to quite do that. So we learning, communicating on the phone, how that may look, sun, how that may feel, moon, how that may come off as an imagination. You know what I'm saying? So we don't know what to really be passionate about, but we learning this may take some shit. This may be some shit. This may be some goddamn shit. Real shit. You know what I'm saying? All right. All right. We're going to keep it going. We're going to keep it rolling. Sun, sextile, Pluto. Okay, so we got the Sun, sextile, Pluto. Let me confirm that. Confirm that. Yeah, we got the Sun. So we got the gift. We got the opportunity to transform. You know what I'm saying? We got, yeah, y'all know what that is. Transformations is coming in. Pluto transform shit. Pluto like coming in. You know what I'm saying? Putting death to shit. And so we got the opportunity to take power control over our actions. You know what I'm saying? Now, that power and control run deep. Think about Pluto. It's like one of the far off calculations and distances that they made based upon, the spectrum of the, as above, so below, and the in within. So that's like us trying to take power control. It's the ruler of Scorpio and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's that deep water. So we got the opportunity to transform, our actions, our sun, and take power control of that shit. Now, how you do that as a spirit is upon you. But for the most part, how we got to do that is based upon Pluto being in Aquarius and Capricorn cuts right now. How we associate ourselves and business wise. So if we can be more business minded, you know what I'm saying? If we can be a little bit more in tune with our associations and trying to, dead ones that don't really represent us, but also take power control over the ones that do, you know what I'm saying, will fall in line in a new spectrum. Okay. Then we got Moon. Is this line? Is this thing on? Is this thing on? All right. Let's see. Moon conjunct Mercury. Yeah, so we're gonna be talking about our feelings too. So yeah, we're gonna be talking about our feelings. People are gonna be just communicating their feelings, trying to logicalize their feelings and shit right now. You know what I'm saying? Trying to logicalize your feelings, but your feelings is new, so don't over logicalize. New shit that ain't even gave birth and shit like that. You're gonna cloud it too much. It need room to breathe and shit. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to logicalize all type of shit, you know what I'm saying, with your cloud, with your communication and shit like that. Let the seed grow and shit like that. The seed needs sunlight. It need action. It need to be seen. It need to be seeing you expressing shit, but you trying to logicalize, some shit that you don't need to logicalize. You know what I'm saying? It's still new. It's still fresh. Are you trying to logicalize everything? Logical lies. You feel me? Logical lies. Logical lies. That's a cloud. That's a cloud. That's a cloud. Phew. Moving on, brethren. You know, you know. Then we got motherfucking Moon Square Mars. Yeah, so you already know. Yeah, logicalize. You know what I'm saying? Trying to logicalize your feelings. Trying to, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So then we got Moon Square Mars. So yeah, that's me. He talking to everybody. Mars talking to Mama. Mars like, damn, Mama, like you could have, like y'all just went to Sito World without me and shit like that. Y'all just did that. Like why y'all ain't? You know what I'm saying? Y'all could have told me, man. Like y'all know, like I'm the lit one in the family and shit like that. Like I could have went. You know what? Mama was like, it's probably best you didn't go, Mars, because if you would have went, you wouldn't even been with us. You would have been on your own, doing your own thing. You would have, you know what I'm saying? You would have been with trying to get up on some girls or something like that. Some shit like that. And Mars is like, man, Mama, I wasn't gonna do that. And like, no, Mama, like, yeah, it's good. You stayed your ass home. You know what I'm saying? Keep your passions over there. You know what I'm saying? Until you learn how to and learn how to let somebody else have fun a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Mars is slow. Mars is in air right now. So Mars don't necessarily want to click with his passions and shit like that. You know, like that. It ain't comfortable doing his passions as it like to be. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's trying to logicalize. You know what I'm saying? That's the only reason. If it's trying to logicalize, you know that. If it's trying to logicalize, then that's cool. So don't overstress yourself right now trying to logicalize. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you will utilize that Gemini energy with communications and that Mars energy. Communicate frustrating if you ain't already said things that in burnt bridges right now and shit like that. So just please understand the energy, y'all. I'm Zeus. Like, look, I gotta speak for us all. Like, I'm Zeus. I know everybody feeling this Mars and motherfucking Gemini. Y'all ain't all said some wild shit. You know what I'm saying? Look, the stars don't lie. You know what I'm saying? So just chill. You know what I'm saying? We gonna be all right. We all got to understand that what we going through. It's stressful, okay? You know what I'm saying? We trying to take over the world in some way, shape, or form and be the new men and women of God down here. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and let's help each other. Let's help each other. Let's forgive each other. You know what I'm saying? We ain't, you know what I'm saying? We ain't, you didn't mean to say that. You know what I'm saying? You was just in your bag. You know what I'm saying? You probably ain't, you know what I'm saying? She ain't mean to say that for real. Like, come on, like, listen. All right, then we got Moon conjunct Neptune. Oh no, that one's. I don't think that one's up anymore. Okay, so we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on, guys. Oh no. Oh, we got Moon conjunct in Jupiter. God damn it, we trying to expand our emotions, so we all trying to get emotionally free. Don't do that in no negative way. You know what I'm saying? Trying to throw all your emotions on why you not free on your on somebody around you and shit like that. Don't try to make nobody else to blame. You know what I'm saying? We dealing with moon and new moon and we doing new moon in my Aries. So, you know, we want to feel personally comfortable with this new experience and shit like that. And the unfulfillment could play out as a person, place, or thing. You know what I'm saying? That you unfulfilled with, you know, and you can, you know what I'm saying, start necessarily putting energy that you don't necessarily mean to be on that person because it's probably you ain't into astrology or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And not understand that, it's just a moment we're going through. So, understand, know your stars, know your stars, know your stars. All right. Let's get it. What we up to next? What we flying to next? God damn. Mercury just entered Aries. God damn it. Um, so yeah, this is just sparking up more communication. You know what I'm saying? More trying to logicalize things that shouldn't be logicalized. You know what I'm saying? We shouldn't be logicalizing a lot of logicalize. Tired of logicalizing. We gotta get to the point. We gotta get to the, you know what I'm saying? Can't be logical. So Mercury at Aries is going to give you a incentive to gain information and communicate about intentions and alternative motives and desires and passions and shit like that. Please be into some type of creative nature. Please be able to be in some type of creative nature to transmute this goddamn energy. Because if you're not in some type of creative nature to transmute this goddamn energy, you're going to try to logicalize things that shouldn't be logicalized. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to logicalize the wrong thing. You feel me? You want to logicalize the right things. You know what I'm saying? And that is passions, things like goals, things like putting your time into your passions and, communicating with things and things that, bring joy to the world and you and others. That's the good thing to logicalize. You feel me? All right. Moving on. We have Mercury square Mars. So back to Mercury square Mars. Now, Mercury Like Mars is on the phone. He didn't. Mama didn't gave little bro the phone. Hey, little bro, what's going on? Yeah, my mom and them to invite me, man. I'm just out here by myself, like doing my own thing, But little bro, I hope you have fun and stuff like that. You go, what? Huh? Huh? Oh my God, this is the best thing ever. What you talking about, little bro? Oh, this I just see it. Damn, man. You know what I'm saying? Damn, I should have went. You know what I'm saying? So that's what Mercury doing and shit like that. Mercury's communication. So it's like little curious George. So Mars is in motherfucking Gemini and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? At home, in the crib, in the room and shit like that. Real familiar, real familiar. Getting real familiar with his body, real familiar with his shoulder through his hand and shit like that. His hands and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Real familiar. You know? So, so yeah. So he talking to everybody, he talking to little bro and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Just mad. Just mad. You know what I'm saying? You can't be a part of this one. You can't be mad on vacation, Mars. You can't be mad. We can't bring the madness today. You be mad in your room, at home, getting familiar with your hand and shit like that. You can't be in your desires and shit like that and be bringing it over here where we at in this space with all these goddamn good fruits and shit like that, good magic tricks and spiritual upliftments and shit like that. So you know what I'm saying? Go home, Mars. Go home, Roger. All right. Uh yeah, and then we have Mercury sextile Pluto. Okay, so we got the gift to transform communication. We got the gift to transform communication. Okay, so get some information on how to transform our thought, our intellect, and it can play out just as forms like what we're doing right now. So we're kind of communicating things that you can get free. You know what I'm saying? Communicating things that deal with the mind, deals with spirituality, it deals with, emotional connection, um, beyond just the one, two, and third dimension. That would be like 12th house. That would be like our subconscious, us being connected as spirits. You know what I'm saying? That's how we all resonate based upon, natural selection and soul family and what makes us feel comfortable. So, we gaining information on shit like that and then how to take power and control over that, pretty much how to associate ourselves with that in real ways. I think that's all Mercury. We got Venus. All right. Because Venus little ass out here too. Venus sextile and Saturn. Um, so we got an opportunity to be in relationship with reality in the realest way right now. You know what I'm saying? We can have a mean ass relationship with reality. You know what I'm saying? Mean ass, and that can turn you into a mean ass as well. But you got to know how to use that energy if you're going to take that opportunity to be a mean ass in a mean ass relationship with reality. You know, that means being about your business, being about your structure, being about your practicality. And then Venus is in Taurus. So Taurus is about stability and about ability. So you gotta have a mean ass relationship. I want a mean ass relationship with reality right now. You know what I'm saying? So I can know what I need to know to take the certain steps that I need to know to get to where I need to go to, right? That's the time. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's the time that you need it. God damn it. Venus square Pluto, and this is learning about our relationship to transformation. We're also learning about our relationship to what we transform, what we came out of. You know what I'm saying? This new person, where all we are today, we're relating to that. We're learning about that relationship. Venus conjunct Uranus, your ass. Okay, so yeah, we got a love for our individuality at the moment. And that is in Taurus, relating ourselves, relating our individuality. You know what I'm saying? We can make that look valuable in some ways and shape or form, But that's what we doing. That's what we feeling. And that conjunction, new ways to goddamn relate your goddamn individuality, or it's something that you're trying to change. Now, hopefully, you're trying to change shit for good purpose. Hopefully, you're trying to be an individual for good purpose. You know what I'm saying? Not just to be a lazy ass fuck and just be rebellious and things of that nature, but you got to do things for real purpose. So the proper aspect to put that in would be to change and try to relate some change and things of that nature. Now, not saying it's going to be best, because change always comes with the destruction of what was changed from. So hey, relate that shit. Hey, Johnny, I got two guys coming over there handling business. They're taking them out. We're going to take them out tomorrow. This time, peace be done. It's done. They won't harass you anymore. Okay, they won't harass you. You know what I'm saying? Like tough love. They won't harass you anymore, Johnny. We got them at the space. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Real relationship with tough love, real relationship with reality and Saturn right now. You know what I'm saying? So, what I'm saying? We got to relate things, things like our boundaries and things like our restrictions, our limitations and shit like that, how we see in the physical, what I'm saying? What's physically real to us, and make that make sense in some way, shape, or form based upon plateau and stature. Okay, that's Venus in a nutshell. So Venus in a relationship with real shit right now. Y'all going through real shit in y'all relationship. God of me now, the God of me now, the God of me now, the God of me now. Y'all going through real shit in y'all relationship. Y'all relationships changing. God of me now, God of me now, God of me now. Yeah, y'all relationship changing from the top of Mount Olympus. God of me now. Yeah, real shit. From the top of Mount Olympus, I see y'all relationship change. Real shit, y'all. Frump, 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 frump. All right, but that's the little friction that y'all got to go through. You know what I'm saying, within y'all relationships, is just change the motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Because motherfucker gotta have some type of new individuality to relate, to get up out of old shit. And motherfucker, that cowbell must ring, bitch. Ding, 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 ding. We gotta change some shit. Yeah. Wake up. Doo 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 doo. All right, just change is coming through. Wake up. It's the first of the month. Real shit. It's the first of the year. All right. But yeah, Venus in relationship to that is going to bring change in your relationship. God damn it. So be open to it. Don't be so sure. Don't be so, you know what I'm saying? Even though Taurus is already hard, you know what I'm saying? Taurus is already unemotional, and they don't like Uranus in their sign either, because it's they like being stable, and change is a little just too constant for it, so it could, fall short based upon valuing, what I'm saying, something that make it feel super comfortable and stable, but then, then it falls, and then it does some type of weird change and shit like that. And so that weird change that it does, it, puts it in a position where it can't, it can't get up. It can't get up. It can't get up no more. You know what I'm saying? But that's what they gotta learn how to do. They gotta learn how to get up and change though. You know what I'm saying? So be an individual about your material, and your material is what you put out, you know what I'm saying, or your very early primitives, ramifications of earth, your security, your ability to create security, your ability to create stability, and shelter and safety within yourself and shit like that. And that's how we start understanding, based upon density levels, what brick or what steel is correlated to those parts of, nature within us that helps us learn certain endurances that we don't learn by ourselves. Individual. Wow, how you like me now? Okay, we still kicking shit. Mars is trying Saturn too. So Mars is going to give Saturn us a sense of patience. So you know what I'm saying. So back to the story with with Mars and shit like that. Mars on the phone with them. Meanwhile, Granddad then gave Mars the keys. The keys. It gave Mars the keys to the motherfucking, the Jeep. The whoosh, 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 whoosh. You know what I'm saying? Not even the Jeep. You know what I'm saying? The nice Jag, whatever Granddad got. Whatever car Granddad got, gave him the nice keys because Saturn's in Pisces and shit like that. So threw him the keys because they got the trine and shit like that. And Mars not even realizing, man, I could low key be enjoying my time and things of that nature, trying to, and I could be so, not necessarily being in a situation where I'm mad at my motherfucking family for, what I'm saying, being within Gemini, but I can be taking this gift that my granddad gave me, what I'm saying, as, and go experience some things and start to learn more how to be a little bit more timely with my passion and things, what I'm saying, and this gift that granddad gave me by, letting me explore and using his car, his Saturn car, what I'm saying, to get me, what I'm saying, a little bit more stable minded. Now I ain't got to be frustrated and shit like that. But this is esoteric astrology and shit like that. So y'all will have to know, y'all don't really be this deep though. So y'all don't really be practicing like that. You know what I'm saying? But this is actually what's going on in the spirit realm. I'm there. All right. All right. Then we got let's keep going. Mars in conjunct Pluto. So we may be Mars is also misunderstanding how to take power control over what he want to do in life. God damn it. Mars been going through it. I hope y'all niggas is not arguing. Y'all humans is not arguing. God damn it. Y'all arguing down there? Over petty shit. All right. Let's move on. We have to move on. With Jupiter on. Jupiter ain't on shit but conjuncting the moon and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So Jupiter trying to expand on his feelings and shit like that right now. Jupiter ain't really Jupiter, just trying to be free on some shit. Real shit. Saturn ain't on shit but giving his Mars the keys. You know what I'm saying? And teaching us how to be teaching Venus how to be a little bit hard with her love and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? No, you tell them you know who your granddad is. You know who your granddad is? No, you tell them no. You tell them no, you know who your granddad is, okay? Make sure you know your granddad is. Because when you know who your granddad is, he know you're going to act up. So she got a choice. Man, should I mess with this dude? Or should I let him know who my granddad is? Or should I, not and just be in my pleasures and stuff like that? You know what I'm saying? Or should I how can I mix this reality? You know what I'm saying? How can I, that's what Venus on. But like I said, it's just, us trying to relate our boundaries and limitations a little bit more. All right? You're here at the greatest show on earth. Doesn't get no higher knowledge than this. Okay. Pluto, Neptune sextile Pluto is our final alignment. Okay. So we're having a whole transformation with the subconscious. So we're going through a transformation with the subconscious, what we all are subconsciously into, how we all experience the subconscious, you know? So our whole idea of what we connect on as a collective conscious has been transformed. Okay. And that's based upon us getting more logical and being more realistic, you know, with Pluto sextile there. So, you know, I want to end this night on the right note. You know, um, we are in the new age of Aquarius. You can buy that tape right there in the PayPal and donate whatever you know you see fit. You know, for it. And you know, also we got Cito's Clubhouse, so y'all can join the membership. And I'll be doing more exclusive content in that range, and also just videos like this here and putting shit out. And also, you know, keeping the vlogs coming, keeping the content coming, and so we can um, put ourselves into the position where you know this message and this style of associating could be popular and be in a space where you know for the kids, real shit, for the youth, for the you know for their minds to be empowered, not for them to be cocky, not for them to you know do negative things to their parents things, and not for them to have a god complex because they feel like they know something more than their parents, and based upon you know what you are supposed to be validated upon within the world and what your invalidation is, that is probably even more correlated to something that you like that deals with you, then you know what I'm saying. This is what we teach and how to guide that process of not um, of spiritual awakening because it's happening everywhere, um, and you know the process of correspondence to actually make sense of what we do here with Cito World and how we make things work through you know space time mental um, um, I would say I want to say teaching, but but it's just really more so exercise because it's just we're already exercising what we already know, and so that's why I'm Kills Cito, the spirit coach, getting your ass in shape and form for the age of Aquarius. Thank you for joining the Esoteric Huddle. I think you guys have been great. I think you guys are doing well, and I think you guys are ready for the next step in your life. And some of y'all ain't shit, but that's what y'all gotta hear too. And the thing is, um, you know, there's new space we're all in. So you're leading people to the promised land, or are you leading people to what's on death's hand? So we're looking for the information you're into, okay? Because Mars is in Gemini, so we want to logicalize what you got going on, okay? And we want to know if it's good, not just for monetary gain or desires, but is it good for the world and such? And we can see through the discrepancies of that not being good for us if it follows us down negative roads. Okay, we have to be a little bit more creative in our approach. We have to use fire, we have to use passion, we have to use putting things ablaze, okay? And goddamn it, that's action. So yeah, we about to hit this hour mark, put that hour in and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna put more hours in. But I love everyone. Thank you for joining Esoteric Coach. Get your ass in the game.